Hey guys, welcome to Dow Jones Futures Review. Bear with me, I'm drinking my smoothie while I do this review. It's going to be pretty quick because there was not much to do today. Wow, I can't really remember a time where I had such little setups that really occurred. Um, so the first three setups I have here, we were looking for a 47.32 back test direct long or dip in recovery. So that would have been coming back down here, maybe tagging this level, and then potentially recovering whatever structure had been there, or just going for the direct long off of it after watching it bounce. The second way to approach it could have been hitting 32 and then recovering 35. And a third way is potentially losing both these levels, coming down somewhere in this area before coming back up to reclaim the area. That would require some acceptance, maybe hitting the lower or upper part of this zone and then settling down a little bit. Can be like a couple points, can be more ideally. Maybe even setting a mini low here again before continuing up. So let me just show you, for example, what that could look like since we don't have much else to go over today. So let's say around 7:30 I woke up, and let's say we rejected here and didn't continue up. We came down, maybe bounced here, um, maybe came close again, and then came back down. So now at this point, when I'm here, I bounced. I had a clear low here, and I had another low here. So ideally, I'd probably go long 1 point or 2 points above this low, so that if this low would have cleared and this one. If that wasn't the case and we kept selling, maybe one could have seen a bounce here and then recovery here. Now you have the option of going long above this level or waiting for this to clear around 47.40. A third option would just be if we went down low as here, and then you can wait for price action to come back up, maybe sell a little bit and then push above, or go straight above, come back down to test this range or zone one more time before continuing up. So just many different ways to play that, but we didn't get that at all. The next setup was a 47.14 dip in recovery or direct long. So I'm looking over here. If we decided to sell from here this morning and we came down, that would have been from around 47.46 all the way to here. That's about 30 points. At that point, that's a pretty good sell. Excuse me one second. So if I came in directly, selling slowly controlled, like see how this is going down, going up, going down, going up, going down, like that's a controlled sell. So that would have been a good direct long here Monday morning. If we got something similar from here going into this level, I would have been confident in taking the long. A couple ways to play it. You got to watch the reaction. Maybe at some point we've created some structure. Maybe we got down here, came back to back test this, and then sold down. Now you have a new low to work with structure. Regardless, those are some options. And another option would have been if we sold down here slowly, just like the selling happened here. Maybe we bounced here a little bit, and then we came back down, tagged this, but didn't lose this low. Then we cannot do the failed breakdown, but we can still do the dip and recovery of 47.14, because at that point now I'm seeing a shelf here of these lows. I would have had maybe another low potentially created here. So it would be like a level reclaim, and I would be patient. Price would hit it, maybe sell a little bit, and then start pushing up. I can go long a couple points above that for a great direct long or dip in recovery. After all that, if we didn't get those, the best setup of the day, A plus setup, was a 4700 failed breakdown, something that would potentially go as low as this minor level or even this major level. Tag that and then come back up and recover this clear low. That would have been awesome because we would have tagged potentially this bull flag resistance turned into support. We haven't really back tested it since we broke out of it on Friday, so that's definitely due. So those are just the ways that we would approach our setups. Now, what did we actually get? Well, I can go and delete this, and we pretty much reclaimed this level. I had Rex written here yesterday. We consolidated from Monday afternoon all under overnight on around 3-4 o'clock. We dipped a little bit below these lows and came back up and recovered around 5:45. Came back at this level again and then started pushing up at 9:15. We triggered through at 9:30 and then came back down and started pushing back up at 9:45. one could have longed any time around 9:30 to 10 o'clock. There's a little bit of, consolidation before finally pushing up at 10:15, and from there we just kept pushing up. This was my target. We hit it. If you go on a 5-minute chart, you'll see a clear hit, a little bit of a few minutes consolidation, a little acceptance here, pushing through, coming back down, and then started pushing at 12 o'clock straight to this next level. We pushed through, back tested, consolidated above, had a little dip in recovery. One could have longed if they wanted to. Obviously, I'm not longing when we're literally extended with no pullback. Like, that would just be stupid. But that was how a dip in recovery works, in one sense. Then we got up to this level, almost tagged it, sold down, did directly tag it, sold again, and now we're consolidating below. So that's the update on MYMZ Dow Jones futures. As I go to higher time frames, as I'm speaking to you guys, let's look at a 2-hour time frame. I need to do some levels. This is still some targets I have above. I potentially have some new targets now. I would say this is the makings of some type of flag here. You can see the high from here is 48.21. The low here is 46.61. So that's about 150 points. If you put a line here, it's almost like we broke out from this area right here, this back test I had. So 150 points from here would be about 48.85. I'm going to work on that a little bit more. I'll get you guys a more accurate number, but that is now another one of the targets I have. So these are all targets that we should reach and that can potentially offer some shorts, not that I would short. Now, looking back at the chart and what are the setups I see, I don't see any setup that looks great right about now. I'm going to need pullback before I can even consider any setups. The first A+ setup I could even consider will be Tuesday overnight low getting taken out or tested and then recovering this reclamation level. Ideally though, we can lose this one, back test, hit this one, and then go long on the recovery of this. If we go a little deeper, one can even go long on the recovery of this level, but it will be a little riskier. Probably best to wait for that level to clear, this little low to clear, because clearly when we went up 60 points or more from that low, below that, this low looks really good as well. I'm going to set up some levels and pretty soon, but really I'm looking for pullback before I could even consider. Going back to a 15-minute chart real quick. Let's see if price action tells me any stories. Not seeing much. The first setup I would even consider would be maybe a little bit of a sell from 48.08 down to here. That will be about 20 points. Maybe even lower, and then recovering this level and this little mini low. Besides that, maybe a dip in recovery of this area somewhere once I figure out the specific levels I'm looking for. And again, other than that, I'm looking for maybe a failed breakdown that tags this level and recovers this little cluster of lows. What can we say? We're extended. It's not good. I actually did close a 100-point runner today for $500 almost. The long was created around somewhere around here, and then we took it right up. So let's see what we have. Dow Jones, definitely pay attention to our levels. Current bull bear line will be this line, so we need to hold 47.54. I would say a back test of this is imminent, and if we hold that and can continue up, we can see the further upside right away. Otherwise, we can sell back down and continue to consolidate.